It's almost Mother's Day and we're drawing
a rose bouquet.
Yeah, we were inspired by this Lego rose thing that we made.
It was just like on Sunday.
Yeah. Well, let's get started. This is gonna be a Mother's Day card art, so you need paper and
drawing supplies.
Exactly. So, first, take your sheet of paper and fold it
in half.
Exactly. And try to make sure your corners meet.
But if it doesn't, it's okay. It's perfect.
Yeah, and I'm sure your moms will appreciate anything you give them, right?
Yeah, but I think they would appreciate it more if you work more harder on it. Not just like a squiggle or a dot.
Yeah, so that's why we're making some roses for them. Okay, so I'm gonna take my marker, and this is an easy way to draw a rose, so hopefully all of you can follow along and make some beautiful roses for your moms.
Let's get started.
Okay, so first we're going to start with a spiral. So let's start in the top middle of the page, and I'm just gonna draw a spiral. And it doesn't have to be perfect or anything, just a spiral. And then wherever the spiral ends on the side, we're just gonna put a line downwards, and on this side too. And then for you, you have one more, so you can put one more line down right there. And yeah, good job. And then we're going to draw a heart. Remember how to draw a heart? Okay, so we're gonna draw a heart around the spiral. And it doesn't need to be too big. We're gonna make it a little flatter, okay? So let's draw a little heart side on one side. And then another on the other side. Yeah. We're just making rose petals, and this is just a really easy way to make those petals with these different shapes. So inside of the heart, we're just gonna draw a flat diagonal line to make one more fold inside of it, depending on how big your heart was. So try to fill in the empty spaces of your heart to make little petal folds. Yeah, so I'm gonna draw another one over here maybe, just to fill in the lines, or fill in the space. And maybe another one over here. Yeah, good job. Yeah, and then for the bottom part of the rose, we're gonna make a diagonal line that comes down from this edge and make it rounded and make it come a little bit past the center of the heart where it ends. And then from the center of the heart, the tip, I'm going to make kind of an S curve and connect it to the end of the other curved line I drew. And then I'm going to make one more of those curved lines coming inwards so that I can connect the rest of my rose. And that's my rose. Okay, so I noticed your rose is a little flat, so try to make this part a little bit curved up and then connect it there. Yeah, good job. And then we're going to draw the spiky part of the rose on the bottom. So let's draw some zigzaggy lines out and then back in. Yeah, and then one more on the other side. Zigzag out and in. So this is one single rose on the outside of the card. So we're gonna draw a stem down. So let's draw a straight line down and then draw a little horizontal, a sideways line, and then let's bring that line all the way back up. Try to keep it parallel so that you can complete your stem. Do you like roses?
I do.
What do you like about roses?
I like that they're folded in, so they're like, they have layers. and each layer tells a story.
Does it?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, what story does it tell?
I don't know.
Oh, that's cool. That's a really good way to imagine the petals. Okay, so we're gonna draw a couple leaves here. We're going to start with a zigzag out, maybe just 2 zigzag points and out. And then bring it back in with a couple more zigzaggies. And I got to do 3 over on this side. But it's really up to you.
What?
And then let's draw a little curved line inside, just for a little detail. And then we're gonna draw another leaf on the other side with a couple zigzags out, a curved line, and then a zigzaggy back in. And then the little line in the middle. So that's the rose on the cover of our Mother's Day card. We're going to apply what we learned in the very beginning with this single rose, and we're gonna put it in the back over here. Okay? You ready for that?
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna draw a few roses in the top middle of the page so that we can complete it with a little bouquet on the bottom. All right, so let's draw a spiral in the middle. And then draw some lines coming down and make sure it only comes to the next level of the spiral. And then a heart and then some petal layers inside. And then I'm going to draw the bottom part of the rose with a curved line. And then we'll just draw a few zigzag lines on the bottom for the little leafy part where the stem ends. And then I'm gonna try to fit a few more roses and other decorations so that it becomes a full bouquet. Okay? What's something to remember when you have a rose? Something to be careful of.
The thorns.
Yeah. Usually the flower shops remove all the thorns for you, but sometimes they might miss 1 or 2, so you always have to be careful, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in addition to my roses, I'm gonna put some more spirals just for decorations, and maybe some little fluff balls to represent baby's breath. Do you know what that is?
The little flowers?
Yeah, the little white flowers that usually come in a rose bouquet.
Mm-hmm. There's pink, yellow, blue. I love those flowers. Those are one of my favorites.
Oh yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're tiny and they're really cute. Okay, are you ready for the bouquet?
Yep.
Okay, so for the bouquet, we're just gonna draw one wide V towards the bottom of the bouquet where the roses end.
Okay.
Bouquet. Like so. Just a wide V shape. Yeah.
Wide V.
And then connect it with a little bit narrower V, but don't connect it at the end. Okay? Leave a little bit of room. Yeah. And we're gonna draw a small ribbon right here with a sideways kind of teardrop shape. And then finish the rest of the bouquet with a little rectangle underneath it. Oh, you don't have room. That's fine. Your bouquet is so big. That's amazing. And you can fill up the rest of the bouquet with more flowers too if you want. Or stems and leaves too. So I'm gonna fill it up with a few more leaves and some more decorations. And then we're gonna write Happy Mother's Day in the blank space. I just have a little bit over here, but you can do whatever you want to decorate the rest of your card. Wow, what's that?
Sometimes in bouquet, there's like material kind of thing.
Yeah, the tissue paper?
Yeah.
Cool. I love that detail. Okay, so Let's write Happy Mother's Day, but I'm gonna use my color markers and let's get decorating.
Your roses are really pretty.
Thanks. You know what I'm doing?
Outlining it?
Yeah, I'm putting a little bit of shadow on my rose to give it more of a three-dimensional effect.
Cool.
Thanks. You know what this rose reminds me of?
What?
A marshmallow.
What? How does it remind you of a marshmallow?
Because it's plump and
Squishy?
yeah. I guess I'm making mine for my mom.
But she doesn't live here.
Maybe we'll mail it to her.
Yeah. I thought her favorite flowers were sunflowers.
Yeah.
Maybe you should draw another card that has sunflowers.
That's a great idea. Should we learn how to draw sunflowers?
Yeah.
That'd be fun. Did you know there's like a ton of different types of roses? Yeah. I don't even know how many, because there's so many. You done?
Yeah.
So Art Along Friends, it would also be good to write a really special message for your mamas here. I'm done too. I love how you did HMD. Happy Mother's Day. Mine is just a single rose.
Me too.
Simple. But
Ah!
Happy Mother's Day! Here's a big rose bouquet for you.
Big, big.
Yeah, very nice. Well, happy Mother's Day, Art Along Friends, and I hope you enjoyed today's lesson.
Like and subscribe to Art Along.
See you next time.
Bye.